Christ in the Crucible. For the last 3 months, we have been pondering at the question why our journey with God is not what most would expect from the most powerful being in the universe. Why is there suffering and pain? For a mindset used with the survival of the fittest way of thinking, none of it makes sense. But from the perspective of a loving creator, giving life and free will to an amazingly created man and woman, with all the risk that it involves, with the knowledge they will reject him, things are different and do require to build understanding as there are no easy answers. So for 3 months we looked at that. I hope you enjoyed the journey, and I personally gained a lot through these reflections. To wrap up the study, we move the focus from us, from our experiences, and we try to look at what it means for God. There is no way to summarize any of this. It's worth spending as much time as we can get to reflect on these questions, as it will never cease to amaze the deepness of God's love, care, and moral integrity. But if I have to put in short words the main points, I would say that we don't even know the full dimensions of suffering. Right there, at the moment when God made the decision to create us, He also took the decision to bear the suffering for us. The essence of sin is not just the separation from God, but it's a revolt and accusation of injustice. It's a big deal that threatens the existence of the universe itself. And justice will be restored and served, but instead of just eliminating all the offenders, humanity including, God did the unthinkable by providing a way and taking on himself what can secure peace and salvation for those who accept it. Through a miracle impossible for us to explain, Jesus took fragile human flesh and form and walked the way of ordinary man. He knew suffering and poverty, of persecution, of rejections, as many of us do. But as we are so accustomed to sin, and it's part of our nature for generations, Jesus experienced suffering that we cannot grasp. As someone who has never done wrong, who hasn't done sin, he had to experience the consequences and the cruelty of it all. He was despised and rejected just because of his love, his care and insights. His insights were bothering something in others with other mindsets and worldviews. He was judged and condemned to death not because of something wrong that he did, but for the darkness inside of us that can't stand his light. This is the thing with the rejection of Jesus. It's never because of something rational. It's because something inside of us is threatened to die in his presence. And we don't like that. In Gethsemane, Jesus said to those closest to him, "My soul is exceedingly sorrowful, even to death. Stay here and watch." We'll never understand the extent of this pain, taking the load of all the disgust and offense of sin, and this by someone who never did anything wrong. Look, the effect of our own wrongdoings on our own conscience can be so devastating to our health and well-being. The effect of a rape or a murder can destroy us. Take the load of all the disgust of the world. There is no way to even imagine the pain and the suffering. And Jesus' body was abused and beaten ferociously, excruciating physical pain. But it pales in comparison with the internal pain of his soul. The horror of the crucifixion, but incomparable to the withdrawal and separation from God because of the darkness of sin. Then the whole wrath of justice for all the offenses of sin. Jesus took it all. Jesus does know something about suffering and pain, I think we can say. Whatever we are going through, He is walking it with us. And most of all, He took the part that we cannot handle. What do I take from this lesson in the length of one tweet? Hashtag LessonInOne. Pain and suffering in the Christian walk is in the context of transformation, healing, and restoration. Jesus took on himself the suffering we cannot bear, and he helps us get through the ones we share. Next week, we will start a new quarter and a new study entitled Life Everlasting on Death, Dying, and the Future Hope.